Hey guys, got a beautiful day here in Southern Virginia. Temperatures in the low 70s, mid 70s, something like that. The storm front came through last night. Got about 2.5 inches of rain. Everything outside is nice and muddy, so I'm working in the greenhouse today. Gonna try to do a lot of cleaning up in here and getting things organized. For my buddy down in Florida, Billy No Shoes, I got my bare feet today too. Been out there trying to help my corn stand back up. That wind laid down right much of it last night. First thing to notice is just the size of these plants now, how healthy they look. They have really taken to that azomite, bone meal, and cottonseed meal. That worked out very well. I'm sure that horse manure has something to do with it too. This first one right here, that Anaheim, he's well on his way to becoming a tree. Right here is that Trinidad scorpion that I put in the corner of the bed. Doesn't have a lot of peppers on it, but the ones it does have, that crinkly thing right there, that's just nasty looking. I bet that thing would tear your hind part up. Y'all seen that Aconcagua right there? Just like the Anaheim, well on its way to becoming a tree. Right there is one of those dayteel peppers. And man, that is a healthy looking plant right there. And you talk about getting loaded up with some peppers. Look at them crinkly things right there. Just looking at these things from a visual standpoint, you see how nice and green they are? These probably some of the prettiest peppers I ever had right here. Absolutely beautiful. They really enjoying those soil amendments. The rest of these peppers looking just as good. I got no complaints whatsoever about these things. Very happy with how they're doing. But if you notice something, look at this bed right here. The marigolds are gone. My buddy Dale up in Ohio sent me a link a couple days ago about the relationship between marigolds and spider mites. Found out that marigolds actually attract spider mites. I had some spider mites get on my moringa, pretty much shut them down, and there was a tub of marigolds that was sitting right next to them. And the spider mites have moved over, got on my hydroponic pepper, and tried to do that thing in too. So now I don't want any marigolds in this greenhouse right here if all they're going to do is draw in spider mites. I'd rather deal with the other bugs, at least I can see them. These ever-bearing strawberry plants started with 6 plants last year, those that I bought for Mother's Day. And took some runners off of them, got these started here in the greenhouse. And it's true, they are ever-bearing. I see a lot of people talk about compost tea and what they're using it for and how they make it and all that kind of stuff. Well, I kind of got away from them 5-gallon buckets. Got this big drum right here. I don't think it's quite 55 gallons, but it's pretty close to it. And what I've done is taken that air pump that I had on my rail system, using that right now with 2 of the big air stones down in there, just a bubbling away. All I did was dump a 5-gallon bucket of that composted manure in here, take the shovel and stir it up, pour in a jar of grandma's molasses, and let it go, nice and simple. For a hydroponic tomato, that big beef right there is going to be pretty hard to beat. That's not bad at all. This is what the moringa looked like about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. After I got the webs and the spider mites and stuff off of here, got them cleaned up, the moringa have done just fine. I was concerned that it was something that I had done wrong that was killing these plants, and it turns out it was those spider mites, and they were just so small that I couldn't see them, and never having dealt with them before, I didn't know what to look for, but I know now. I think these things are going to be just fine. What I'm doing with that Hastings prolific corn right now is just letting that stuff go ahead and make and dry out. I think it takes a right good while for these stalks to dry out real good and get the cobs dried out so you can actually save the seed. So it might be a little while on them. But there was a lot of ears that filled out on those stalks, so I should have a decent amount of seed this time. I picked that first 100 pounds of tomatoes out of this greenhouse last Sunday. Today is Saturday, June 2nd, and I've been watching these tomatoes all week knowing they were ripening up pretty quick, but I had a plan. Dirt Road Prepper 101 was coming down here from north of Richmond. We're going to work around the gardens, around the greenhouse a little bit. My plan was to let him and his girls pick all these things that they wanted and take them back home with them. Well, Mother Nature had other ideas. Had that line of storms come through last night with the wind and stuff, blew down a big tree on his goat pen, so he had to make other arrangements this morning. to take care of that tree. And that means I've got to make other arrangements to take care of these tomatoes right here. And you talk about pretty. That is a beautiful sight right there. So I got 100 pounds the first time. Looks like they're even heavier the second time around. So I'm going to get me some extra tubs and see if we can't go 150 this time. That's a whole lot of picking to do, I tell you that. Last time I had the 3 pink ones and the small white one. This time I've added that black one in the middle and the beige one on the left side over there. Had to go back and pick a few more to get what I wanted. Got it up to 154. And that's real good for a second picking. Beautiful tomatoes. And this is how you weigh these things in a real scientific manner. Put your old piece of plywood down. Put your bass scale right there. Step on the scale, one at a time. See what it said. 191. Not bad. Then you pick you up a tub of tomatoes. Step back on the scale. One at a time, please. 220. So 191 from 220 is 29 pounds. That tub of tomatoes weigh 29 pounds. Very scientific. Well guys, I've picked these tomatoes twice now, and I'm a quarter of the way to my goal of 1,000, 1,100, something like that. That's not bad, but there's still a whole lot more to go. All of those peppers are doing real good over there in the beds. The moringa's coming back to life. Things are looking real nice around here. I've been blessed with a lot and fortunate to be able to share with other people, and the Lord just keeps on blessing me more and more every day. And so the only thing I can do is just keep doing the best I can with what I got to work with, and whatever extra I make, just let somebody else have a part of it. Y'all take care, and the Lord willing, I'll see you next time.